Hey guys, welcome back. Hope you had a good weekend. It's November 1, Monday, first day of November. GME gave you a nice welcome back to the stock market if you are a shareholder. We're going to talk about that, talk about what's going on today. It's up 8% now. Why, maybe? Some conclusions on that, not sure. But we're going to go over them. Technical analysis, some SPY. I don't know why it's doing what it's doing, but whatever. We have a Twitter you can follow us on at HappyMoneyYT, as well as a Discord server you can jump on where we reminisce about circuit cities and calling brokerages. Sub up, like up, comment down. Happy Money sticks around. Here we go. I didn't really watch a SPY a whole lot today. I was pretty distracted with GME. And I didn't even notice another all-time high. I just have to golf clap for SPY when it does that. Kind of just doing its own thing. It's gonna come down when it comes down, and until then, I don't know. Just hanging out. But we still have short positions on it. Guess I'll just keep rolling them over. We did actually. It did briefly look like we inversed it, specifically on GameStop when GameStop was kind of rallying. But now it's kind of bounced back up quite a bit. I don't even know the TA on this thing. It's just weird and awful and doesn't make any sense. Anyways, GameStop makes a lot of sense. In fact, GameStop rallying 10% today, to me, makes more sense than SPY not dropping 2%. That's how whacked out my brain is. Look at that VWAP holding. We've got 20 minutes to close. On the hourly, this thing looks beautiful. Daily, nice. We did some options. I'm gonna go over them. We talked about it last Friday. I did get calls for this week just to get some exposure. I mean, it checked off my criteria for technical analysis. We had green over the 9. We have green MACD. So I did, and it was kind of exposure in case there was weekend news. If it didn't gap up, I plan to sell because there were 300 calls for Friday. So I did actually sell those early on today, which was fine. They were so far out of the money. I mean, it was quickly decaying. But I could have made more, of course, if I held them longer. No worries. What I'm trying to figure out is where do we go from here? So everything's still bullish on it, and on the daily, on the RSI, it's fine. We're at 63. It's not too hot. Hourly is a little hot, but I mean, the fact that we broke this resistance. So when we were coming up here, building this fat hourly candle, I was like, wow, this is pretty awesome. Volume is even pretty good. And then we had crazy volume right there. Unexplained volume with zero price action. I think, yeah, Donero shared it in. Let me actually pull that up. Let me see. I think it's on media. Donero shared it, and there it is. He said I found it. So there it is. 250,000 volume bid exchange. So I think it was off market, I think, or whatever. So indicating it's in the dark pools, but doesn't make any sense. Just you can see the historical volume around it. There's just this fat spike with nothing. It was messing me up because I couldn't see the volume then, because this was this was changing my average everywhere. So I had to get past it, and then everything would fix. So, anyways, before that though, we had a nice spike up. I want to say the psychology of it, since GameStop's a great kind of lesson in psychology and trade behavior and trade dynamics, I think, and kind of investor sentiment. It's fooled us, so many times now. It's fooled us at least 2 times here, where you get all your emotions hyped up and then it just gets shorted all the way back down, and then it does it again. Did a little bit here. So it's possible, it's possible this is the beginning of a run to maybe just 227, just this resistance, and then it kind of trades flat or trades down, or maybe it'll go higher. Maybe it'll go all up to 350 and then come down. That is possible. But I truly believe at some point it's not going to be that way. At some point, we are not going to be fooled, and it is going to squeeze. So going into it, I feel like you can't be too jaded either way. You can't say, oh, you know, it's definitely gonna come down, because it always does. It always does until it doesn't. The stock's not gonna just always go down after. At some point it's gonna go. As well as you can't be too hyped every time, because each time it has let us down, and you have to maintain your expectations and your emotions, and try and be level-headed on, I guess, what the rally is doing, and if it's going to stop here, great, play it on the way down, play the market as it is, but don't downplay that a day like today is big volume historically in the last 2 months, I'd say, about. Yeah, more volume than the last 2 months, and we've had a bullish signals. We are nine moving average is hitting, short term's hitting the long term. We've got the wedge that it's broken out of on the upside. I mean, there's a lot of reasons. We were kind of expecting October, November to squeeze for many different reasons. So I'm not saying this is the beginning, but today literally could be the beginning of it. It might be a long kind of slow grind up, long being, I don't know, 2 weeks, 2 months, but this literally could be this could be the beginning. There's no way we can know. So yeah, don't get your hopes up, but also don't think, oh, no matter what, once it hits 220 it's going to come back down, or once it's 350 it's definitely going to get shorted, or once it gets to 483 then that's the top and it's going to come down. But you know, anyways, TA wise, this price action is a little strange, and all these days rallying up, I thought we were going to correct. We finally did, kind of retested, like I was saying, kind of did the same thing here though, so I was like, it just didn't look very smooth. So today's rally, you could say it was maybe failed delivers. I know Relocate was hyping the bond haircuts, and that could be it. It could be the failed delivers, could be what Donro was saying with the delta hedging. So I don't know, honestly. I say we're gonna talk about it at the beginning of the video, but I don't know, and none of you do either. It's all speculation. So we really can just follow the TA, I think, and the price action, and that's pretty much all we have. That being said, this thing set up beautiful stuff today. I traded it pretty poorly in the morning, honestly. Just because, yeah, all the things going on in my head, like, you know, this is coming back down, this. But as we started rallying this morning, and the volume started good, started out the day good. We got up to like this range. I probably sold, or I probably bought calls right here. It came down here. I probably sold them here for a loss, and then shorted calls here for this rally and closed them here, and then bought calls here and closed them here. And I literally pretty much inversed it with buying and selling calls. You probably couldn't have traded much worse than I did. It was a small amount though, and I got in and out. And then I was like, all right, wait, hold up. This thing has been bullish. It's actually been bullish for days now. It's looked pretty nice, really. It's been grinding up, consolidating, bullish MACD. This will now be our third day of bullish MACD. I was like, all right, I gotta stop trying to just get greedy and stop trying to squeeze out every last little bit of juice out of this thing, and just see the bigger play here. And the bigger play was, this is what was happening. We had this big green candle on the hourly. We've got all this volume. It was breaking resistance. After it broke this resistance, I was like, wow, okay, this is legit. And it was holding up. That resistance was 191. That was a pretty big point. The last time it was that high was 2 months ago. 1 month ago. Just over a month. Right back here. So breaking that resistance, I was like, okay, it's broken resistance. It's consolidating up here. The RSI was a little hot on the hourly. It came down. On the 5 minute, it was consolidating. Hitting the VWAP. So I was like, I should be going long on this and not scalping, because I had already bought long, closed it, and sold short, and I was like, I just need to buy some calls, hold it, because this is probably the beginning of a big breakout. And we can go into the days and why it potentially could be now, and why we also don't have any idea when it's going to break out. So just gotta look at the price action. So yeah, I went long on calls, finally just went long and just held them, and we'll go over those. But right here, because I was like, just looking at the TA, I just have to kind of trust that. We had a big green, we've got consolidation up here, Nice bull flag. RSI was somewhat hot, but it was consolidating and holding. It was also doing that over this resistance, which is crazy. So we've broken out of that resistance. Very good looking. And yeah, we did it. And then I was able to catch this rally up to 208. But I held my calls because it still looks strong. Everything looks strong about it. So I did sell some of the weekly calls just to make them free, just in case this is a little false breakout thing. I just made the weeklies pretty close to free, and I sold them around here. But yeah, they were up 150, 160% right here. I mean, I went pretty heavy. By the time I got into the calls, the premium was pretty heavy. I got in like right here with this week's and next week's, and then got some more. I actually want to average down before the video is over. Got some more, and there was already, you know, these things were already up 100, 150% probably on the day. So they're still up pretty good though. But this day was, this is why you kind of just have to, once you have your TA, you just kind of set it and then just go off of that. Because this day seemed early to me, this price action. But it doesn't mean it can't happen. I mean, back here, this was not predicted based on any sort of TA, I would say, back here in February. But if we look back here, so I'd say right here, this January run, this was January 2020 or 22. This was February 24. So 1 month between those, beginning to beginning, right? And then this run right here, this was like kind of a continuation. But look at this peak. This peak is a daily chart I'm looking at. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Basically, what, like 2.5 weeks before earnings, right? You know what's coming up in December earnings. So we've also had it rally straight into earnings, like this time, where it peaked and then on earnings it was the top and it got shorted. But look, it's kind of interesting. So this was a month from January to February. Didn't really happen on that month. This big rally though was just under a month. This was right after earnings. It rallied after earnings, which was very, very strange. Big rally after earnings. And let's see, this one, 525, always towards the end of the month also. Can be towards the beginning though. This one is towards the beginning of the month. I think January is towards the end. Yep, that was towards the end. So the 1st of November is like it's towards the end. This is at the end of the month, 525. And you could say that one really started in the middle of that month. That's more kind of what I was expecting for this month in November. But now I'm thinking maybe something different. This one started at the end of the month, and we are 2 months from that. Oh. Yeah. Yeah, about 2 months. Not quite though. This is 8/24, we're 11/1. Just over like a month. So it's pretty close. It's possible. It's possible that it rallies closer. We don't have to maybe sit through another 2 months of downwards price action after this little spike. I think they didn't, whatever cycles that were going on here, I don't think they did it here. That's why we didn't have the price action up to 350. They have this ceiling, they have to keep it below, and I think they didn't roll over, and so they're having to do it sooner potentially, whether it's close swaps or futures or whatever the theory, or failed delivers. I see a ceiling and it's broken out of that, and yeah, I'm hyped. I don't know for tomorrow. RSI is still a little hot, maybe consolidate and then rally. I think we're gonna hold this support of 192 though, at least, and probably this closer to VWAP, this 200 level. Coming into close, yeah, looks like we're gonna stay above VWAP. This could be the beginning. It really could be. I don't want to overhype it, but I do want exposure to it. Yeah, so this day, I was looking back, I was trying to see what day that was similar to. I think it was this one, 525. It looks to me somewhat similar to 525. That was bullish MACD. We had a couple little consolidation grind up days, and then a big day, and that's that. That's that. Could be something like this. Although the gap ups in the after hours, I'm not expecting that, because I don't know. I feel like we've always had that. It's been from some sort of tweet or news catalyst or something. And then some in the Discord were pointing out, Papa was pointing out, I think he was saying it could be like back here before the December rally. Not sure. I think he was saying back here. Let's see. And it could be, yeah. And then it's a longer. Where is this? November. Oh yeah, it's a longer time frame. That's April, May, June, July, August. So yeah, I think that's what he's saying right there. And then September. Let's see. So this could be this really could be the beginning, which is crazy to think about. I mean, after all this time, you think it's just never going to happen. Like you think it's going to happen, but it's hard to imagine it actually happening. Yeah, I think this is where he's talking about right here. And then we had this rally. This is when GME was at its lowest, 257. Had this rally. This is really just the beginning, right? So it came up and up and up, and then into January, and that might be happening right now because, yeah, I mean coming into January too. We have our earnings. Earnings isn't announced yet, but I think E-Trade has it as December, and I think December 5th, maybe something like that. But I had expected a rally into earnings, and maybe 2 weeks before earnings is the peak, if there is a peak. It's possible this thing just starts rallying from whatever rollover, and then they give NFT news or whatever news catalyst RC has or GameStop, and then it goes. See, this is what he's having here. Yeah, so this was what we were looking back before on the chart, and then this is where we are right now. So we have, that's Papo. Shout out, man. Shout out to you. So yeah, it's hard to know how to play it. It really is, because IV is already starting to creep in there. It's over 100% for a lot of stuff, but shares are definitely the way. Oh man, I'm stoked. Let's go over the options really quick. A lot of different crazy stuff today, actually. Rocket also rocketed up. That's actually bigger news in a lot of ways, because Rocket hasn't seen a day like this. 6.5%, I think, in 6 months. I think Rocket's probably part of this basket of stocks that are shorted, or some deal, because this thing hasn't rallied in so long. GME has rallied since then, but we haven't had a rally this big for a while. So yeah, that's pretty interesting. I've got exposure to Rocket as well as Corsair. Corsair didn't have a bigger day. Rocket is coming into earnings though, so it might just be an pre-earnings run up, but it's not like known for pre-earnings run ups. Corsair is pretty small. Oh, so the inversing on the SPY today was right here. Let's see, 325. Let's see if we can spot it again. 1325. 1325. When it's in real time, it always seems. It kind of started 1320. It's weird. It always seems like it's right on in real time. It was this candle right here, because SPY was really dumping. I guess it kind of pulled it down there. I guess it's an inverse. In real time, it always seems like that. It's so strange. So this is all the shenanigans I did. Sold short. I legged into Rocket calls. So I'm doing poor man cover calls on Rocket also. So I have leaps on Rocket, and then I'm selling calls on those leaps, using those calls as collateral. So should have sold these today. These were up like 40%, but I'm hoping Rocket keeps rallying. So these are the calls I sold. I sold 16 of them, 30 strike, because it has to be higher strike than my long calls. So I have long 16 long calls for like over a year from now, and I sold the 30s for this next week coming into earnings. So that's a nice little premium grab. 80 bucks there. This is way out the money still, so not going to be great. Here are the calls I bought. Yeah, kind of like I said earlier on in the day, I wasn't looking at the big picture enough, trying to scalp, trying to get all these crazy gains that you guys in Discord are getting. I need to just play my game. IRNT I closed for small loss. I don't know if it's going to come up above my price with the put credit spread. Sold short, bought to cover. That's that stuff. Bought to open. So 210 calls. Let me just show you on here actually. So presently, I've got 2 minutes. Hold on, I need to. Yeah, my only hesitation to averaging into calls is just our RSI being kind of hot, but I'm probably gonna get more of these. Yeah, I'll do more of these. So, let's see, I'll do 5 more. The option chain, okay, that failed. The option chain on GME is such a joke, though. You can tell the market makers are just manipulating it. Whenever I put a mid price, the whole thing bumps up. I put a new mid price, whole thing bumps. It always makes me chase it. Anyway, so now we have 15 245 strike for next Friday. 5 to 20 calls for this Friday, and I did have 10. I sold out 5, and it's basically free now. And then we have 230 calls for next Friday. Pretty good exposure, I'd say, for the next 2 weeks. And I did pay a premium on those, unfortunately, because I would rather be late than wrong. And hopefully I'm just spy squeezing. Hopefully I am just late on this one and I'm not wrong. And the market makers don't just screw us and dump it back down somehow. TA, I mean, TA does look, it looks good on it. We broke out of that resistance. We got more volume today. Pretty good volume. 4.8 million. And it's holding up nicely. And look at SPY go. All right, guys, that's what I got for you. Sub up, like up, comment down. Happy money sticks around. We'll see you back on Discord. I think I went over all the stuff. Oh, this SWBK. It had a rally this morning. I didn't sell. The vote is tomorrow morning before market opens. I'm not going to sell it. If it passes, then it's going to merge on the 4th, which is Thursday. So I might sell before then. Hopefully there's a rally before then. BLCN rally today. I didn't even realize I had Wish shares in here, but have those. Rocket Lab is going up. We've got calls on that. PaySafe is working out. And DWAC is coming down, like we said. Just for the time being. I think it'll go back up at some point, but it technical analysis said it should come down. Look at the daily. The RSI is still pretty hot on it even. But I think it has to fill this gap. Once it fills this gap, I'll probably go long on it. That's it, guys. Thanks so much for watching. Hope you have a good one. Hope you're not FOMOing. GME had a nice day and it's holding up nicely. Maybe there'll be some news. Oh, also, Ryan Cohen's tweet over the weekend, yesterday, 11:04. That's what time it was at. That means on November 4th, something's going to happen. No, it does not mean that, actually. Sorry. He tweeted BMGG. And I don't know what it means. None of us do. Top guesses could be right. Make GME great again. Lot of different guesses on that. Who knows? Make green great again. Maybe he just got, because this was actually just after, let's see, the quarter closed. So he just got the numbers and maybe they're green. Maybe it's positive EPS or whatever. I don't know. Anyways, thanks guys. Peace out.